Okay, guys, so I'm trying to think of a few things that I want to talk with you guys about, and Mullein, or I don't know if it's pronounced like that. Someone's going to correct me anyway. I call it Mullein. Um, this is it, guys. So here's 3 little plants right here. Now, this is a very drought tolerant plant. So as you can see, this guy here, he's not super happy. This guy, it's pretty wet right here, if you see. I mean, we're pretty damp, and the reality is I'm going to actually pull some of these lower leaves off to give it a little bit of a break. This is a super plant, guys. You want to grow this. Now, I know a lot of people are like, I can't find any out in the wild. Well, I know you can't. It's very hard. Oh, look, there's one down there too.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It's very hard to find these out in the wild, guys. And guess what else? They're very drought tolerant. So like this, I'm actually going to turn this water off because they don't like, we're in winter now. And even though it's warm here in winter, this plant does not want to be saturated in cold water. It's a desert plant. That's why most people are finding them in those types of situations. So I've been very lucky here. They were planted over, this is a first year plant. These are not second years. They were planted this year, and I just threw them down. I commonly have this habit of just throwing down plants and not remembering. But what's cool is you can see, I mean, they have withstood some serious wetness here because I have to water nonstop, guys. It's out of control how much watering I do. This plant is why you all feel better. Okay, let's talk cough syrup. And by the way, I want to talk cough syrup because woo-wee was some mean, nasty man that pulled a whole biblical card. I hope you're listening, whoever you were. By the way, I'm really impressed with the filthy words you had to me, being the bitchin' Christian you are. So this is a fun one, the cough syrup, guys, which this is in the cough syrup. This is why you're doing so much better, because this is for your lungs. This guy, wow, he made it very clear that if I don't share my exact recipe with the world, then I am no woman of God. I'm withholding healing information from the world. And then he rambled off at some really pretty filthy words that I was, which I made it clear to him that all of the ingredients were listed on the bottle, and he could put his own combination together and it would have created an incredible cough syrup. But he proceeded to be extremely disgusting. God bless you. You know what? I know you need some healing, and it's a shame because it sounds like you need some cough syrup too, but you blew that opportunity. So, geez Louise, folks, don't get all crazy on the cough syrup gig, okay? You can either make your own or buy mine. It's not the end of the world. But why are you feeling better with the cough syrup? Well, because God chose some spectacular plants when he gave me that recipe. I will not take credit for that recipe. I knew horehound. And I knew Mullein and all the rest. I woke up one morning and knew I had to have lobelia and elecampane and some others in it. I didn't know what I was doing when I put my recipe together, and my whole family and the neighbors got healed. And then I released it to people at the farm stand, just hoping they could just get a little throat coating. And it really is a gift from the gods, or God, or whatever the heck we want to say. I'll be corrected on that one too. But this special plant is what's in there, folks. So what am I using? Well, I've told you guys. Now, do I grow everything? I grow everything. But do I grow everything to have 77 bottles every 2 weeks? No, guys. Some of these herbs I have to buy when mine are not producing, because as we go through winter, I can only harvest so much. This is a plant you want to grow, okay? Horehound's exceptional, they all are, but this is the one you're really gonna want. So get some seeds. In spring, find a nice spot, nice and wet like this. Now in winter, again, I've told you, they're mad at me right now. I'm gonna have to do a little prayer for these guys, because they're like, ew, we're cold and wet. Come spring, get your drip lines, sprinkle a few packets of seeds. Why do I say a few packets? Well, because they're difficult to start. And chances are you're not going to get them all to start. So why not put a bunch down so you can get a bunch of starts? Once you see it growing, guys, I want you to not touch it, okay? I want you to leave it. Come later in the year, if you want to start harvesting, now this leaf I wouldn't make use of because see how it's lost its color. Come later in the year, you want to start harvesting some green leaves for tea? Yes, leave the plant, because true harvesting you want when the flower stalk comes in. Now, there's different rules of thought on that too, because some people will say, oh, the flower stalk says it's done. That's when it's at its weakest. I beg to disagree. I think the flower stalk is just super important in the whole medicinal end of it also. I really find that sometimes when these plants go to stage 2 of their flowering, as much as we say that's the end, sometimes it can be the beginning of something else. I have found that it to be amazing healer. And you know, I show you plants all day long, guys, but this is one that I am like wormwood, okay? I am gonna talk about it until you guys barf in your mouths the word Mullein and go, Mullein, oh God. I'm gonna keep doing that because what I'm trying to show you guys is you can help yourself. You can help your family. And you know this because I've been preaching it left and right, left and right. You don't have to feel like shit, okay? I'm not a miracle worker. I am nobody. I am Christina Page Bean. That is it. God made me identical to every one of you out there. The difference is I am so intrigued about healing, and others somehow just seem to feel that the government and medical system is being 100% honest to them, and that I am the false liar. I am the one spreading misinformation. Folks, I in no way am spreading any sort of misinformation, and if you do not like my information, I don't know why you're still here. The threats I get of, oh my God, I'm unfollowing you. And I think, now guys, I do expect Emil to say that. I expect a couple children. But these grown adults, well, here's the irony. Maybe you're not a grown adult because these threats of unfollowing, guys, do you think I care? I'm not here so I get you following. I am teaching you free information. Take it or leave it. But I'm unfollowing? So? Do you want me to respond? Here's the irony. I actually responded to an unfollower. And they want to unfollow me, but then she had to comment 17 more times about how she was unfollowing. I couldn't figure out if she needed a secret relationship or wanted to unfollow. So guys, don't throw your threats up. Obviously, you have nothing going on at home. You can just leave. But you announcing it, I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, I see a lot of that. Not sure what's going on. So if you're unhappy, I'm very, very sorry that I didn't give you the information you were looking for, or I lied to you. But I never forced you to stop and look, okay? So again, off topic, but let's get back to this Mullein, because the reality is this is one of the top ingredients in my cough syrup. It's no big secret what's in it, guys. So all of you asking for the recipe, look, did anyone give me a recipe? No, guys, everything I'm giving you, I invented. Now you want me to give out every darn recipe. Why can't you do what I did? Research the herbs, okay? Quit copying. God is talking to you right now. He's telling you what to do and what to make. If you just quiet yourself and humble yourself, you're gonna get your own recipe and heal 1 million people and do 1 million miracles. But quit asking for the darn recipe and go make your own. Because again, these are things anyone can buy and create their own. And if you're wondering what is healing you, this is one of them right here. Is this fuzzy little plant. And by the way, you can wipe your tushy with it too. If you're out in the woods and you pinched a turd off in the corner or something, let me tell you guys, this is pretty sweet to do a little wiping with. She's pretty soft on the old buns.
There's another pandemic and everyone buys up the toilet paper, start growing Mullein.
Start growing Mullein, and you're definitely going to want some of this, guys. So get your hands on some seeds because you're not going to find the plant. Anyway.